I have resorted to a life of crime. Behold, it is I, Criminal Man. No, I'm just kidding. I just didn't know how to start this video because I've been whoopsie-daisy gone for a minute. So to sum up the little leave of absence I took, we got drama, house repairs, stomach virus, alcoholism. I'm a failure. Listen to me. I'm racist. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I've always been this way. I've been a racist ever since the first day I got behind the wheel of a car. Ever since then, I've had an insatiable passion for the art of race. I've raced here, there. I've been done a lot of racing. And ever since I sunk like 600 hours into Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Switch, I think I could definitely consider myself a professional racist. But here's the thing. I've never been able to find the best race. I mean, there's a lot of good races like Mario Kart 8, Forza, Garfield, Disney. They tried. I'm just trying to be nice. Disney needs all the help they can get from a inconsistent shit tier YouTuber. How long do I have to stay like this for this joke? None of those games really tickled my prostate. Mario came the closest to it. And Mario Kart 8 was pretty good too. The joke there being Mario came close to my prostate. I've outgrown Mario Kart. I mean, that game came out in 2014. So much shit has happened since 2014. This game came out at a time where some memes still look like this. This game came out before Harambe getting shot, Donald Trump becoming president, having a plague, and another war in Eastern Europe. At this rate, it's looking more like we're gonna get nuked before we get a new Mario Kart, and I'm not even kidding. When do we stop paying bills? Fuck it, start now. So ball out like this. So this game is old. I love the shit out of this game, but I mean, it came out 3 years before I was legally allowed to drink. It used to be my favorite racing game ever made, but once I put like 600 hours into it. That's so much. I lost the passion for it, and therefore I lost the passion for the genre entirely. It's surprising to me that there isn't a lot of Mario Kart competitors. I mean, good Mario Kart competitors. Obviously not the kind of competitor that you'd avoid making eye contact with at a gas station. You would think there would be a lot of competitors for Mario Kart. I mean, the gameplay formula seems relatively simple enough, and it's obviously a successful formula, but the options for these types of games are pretty dry. If only there was a newish kart racing game that sort of evolved the Mario Kart gameplay formula into something faster and more skill-based and more exciting. And hopefully it would have like a weird fucked up orange marsupial creature as the main character and the mascot of the game, and as he wins he needs to like motion towards his dick and balls on the podium, and oh shit, I mean, hey, this is clearly as close as we're gonna get, you know what I mean? Like, mommy? I'm in the intro too. This is my best friend. The rest of this video will be nothing but me gushing over this race. I literally can't stop playing it. You remember how at the beginning of this video I was talking about like why I missed each individual week on my upload schedule? I lied. All of my free time has been spent with these lovely gals. The developers knew what they were fucking doing. This game is marketed to kids, by the way. I'm 27 years old, and I might have turned out to be a whole different person had I been younger when I played this game. Just kidding. I was younger when I played this game, because this game is a remake. This is what Crash Team Racing looked like when it came out back in like 1999. 3 whole years before 9/11. That's not significant, I just thought you should know. But the main difference between CTR in 1999 and CTR in 2019 is that I don't think these characters were in that one, or I would have turned out differently for the worse. Crash Team Racing is my favorite racing game of all time. It has my favorite mechanics of any racing game that I've ever played. This is not even close. It is infinitely satisfying to be good at this game. This game prioritizes speed over everything. Like, look at the speed runs of these games. These hoes aren't even touching the... Why did I write hoes? These hoes ain't even touching the track is what I wrote. These bitches. Fuck taking corners tight, just skip the corner entirely. Who needs items when you're just simply faster than the projectiles in this game? This game rewards you like crazy for being good at it. The skill ceiling in this game is huge and I love it. Like, here's a skill measuring scale. At the lowest end, we have Diablo 4. You don't actually need thumbs to play Diablo 4. You can beat this game with your nipples if it's just a little cold in the room that you're playing in. In the middle of the scale, you have Mario Kart. This is the easy to pick up, hard to master area. Once you play a track on Mario Kart like 3 or 4 times, you've got it mastered. It's like a bike, you'll never unlearn it. The gameplay mechanics are super easy to learn and hard to forget, so anybody can play it, but it doesn't reward a high skill gameplay. It doesn't reward a high skill ceiling, so that's why it's in the middle. Then, towards the top end, in order, we have Crash Team Racing. A little further, we have Elden Ring, and here we have Brain Surgery. Rocket League. Crash Team Racing is like back here, where it rewards you for your track knowledge, item management, master of mechanics, and maintaining your fire. What's fire, I hear you ask? Well, this is fire. You fucking caveman. You can grow your fire by hitting perfectly timed drifts and landing some sick, nasty, radical air, and you maintain it by doing both of those things as fast as you can. This forces your stupid brain, yours, not mine, into a flow state. You can't really focus on anything else while you're doing this, and while making accurate turns and controlling your car is beneficial, you will often find that going fast as fuck for longer will be a lot more effective. Whereas in Mario Kart, there is no momentum system, so as long as you know the tracks and the shortcuts, the only thing you have to worry about is taking corners tight. The best Mario Kart 8 player in the world is only like slightly better than the average Mario Kart 8 player. Whereas in Crash Team Racing, the best player in the world could lap me, fuck my wife while I was doing it, and I wouldn't even notice because he's just a fucking blur, just going fast. Whee! One thing I love about CTR that basically no other kart racer has done is they made every single character viable in this game. Picking a certain character in this game doesn't give you any advantage or disadvantage. In Mario Kart 8, every character had their own individual stats. That means if you want to play as Baby Mario, it's going to put you at a significant disadvantage because somebody min-maxed the best character in Kart and they're going to beat you just because they picked the unbeatable, unstoppable combination of Waluigi, Wiggler.
Waluigi time!
In Crash Team Racing, on the other hand, this one, there are only 5 different racing classes that you can pick from. You can only pick from 5 different racing classes. You could pick Turn for beginners, Balanced for noobs, Acceleration for virgins, Speed for liberals, and Drift for chads. What am I doing? And the kicker is, you can put whatever style you want out of these 5 categories onto any character you want, which means you can use whatever character you want with no penalty. In Mario Kart, you get punished for not having the correct wheels, whereas in CTR, you can play as a checkpoint box from Crash Bandicoot with no penalty. Which, by the way, the roster for CTR is just chef's kiss, just fucking I'm sorry to keep comparing this game to Mario Kart 8, but I mean, these are the only 2 games worth of shit in the entire genre, so, I mean, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. The roster in Mario Kart 8 is like 99% Bowser offspring and just regular characters with a funky texture on them. In CTR, you have the main characters from the franchise, you have obscure characters from the franchise, you got Spyro, you have obscure characters from Spyro, you get the checkpoint box, weird chicken, explosives, mommy, and mommy. You even got Rilla Roo. But they fucked up his face and the community was so vocal about it, so we have fixed Rillaroo. That's not even a joke. It happened. He's real. Look at him. Fascinating. Original, fixed. He's called Fixed, and the Fixed Rillaroo is his name. He got fixed. He can no longer have offspring. Play this game. He needs the money. And each of these characters have like 5 other skins that you can unlock with the in-game currency. Can you earn the in-game currency by just playing the game that you already paid for? Yeah. Do you earn it just a little bit too slow so you're still incentivized to spend real money in the in-game store? It's owned by Activision, right? Mm-hmm. But Mommy, I don't really have a segue for this next bit, so we're just gonna hop right into it. Have you ever been playing Mario Kart 8 and then this happens to you? Of course it has. It always fucking does. Forever. Every time. God damn it. Why am I mad right now? Well, do I have the solution for you? In CTR, the items are way less overpowered, and the annoying ones are way less common. I very rarely actually get hit with anything in CTR, and not only that, but you can literally outspeed the projectiles that people shoot at you if you're good enough. In Mario Kart, you have red shells. The red shells will lock onto the person in front of you when you throw it, and unless you have an item to throw at the red shell, in CTR, the red shell equivalent is a rocket, and you don't specifically just have to luck your way into an item to throw behind you to stop the rocket. You can lose a rocket in this game by just going fast as fuck and taking a good corner. Skill is infinitely more important in CTR than your whole item situation. You can literally win games in Mario Kart by just sitting around in like 11th place and just using items to get back to first place, which is a fine game mechanic because Mario Kart is a party game, and last minute fast-paced switch-ups will have everybody like,
wow! He turned into a bullet bill and went really fast!
He shot past everybody!
Wow!
He shot past everybody! Wow! This guy, whoa!
I'm so sorry to my neighbors, actually, not you guys. But in CTR, it's way more, the game focuses way more on skill and not just, you can't just rely on your items. This game comes with 44 tracks, all of them feel distinct and not like a phone game, just to dunk on Mario Kart 8 one more time before we wrapped up the video here. And I literally cannot stop playing this game. I know it didn't sound like it, but I really do love Mario Kart 8 still. I think it's the best party game ever made besides like maybe Smash Bros. And I've had a blast with it through the years. I mean, again, I have 600 hours in it, unironically, so obviously I like it just a smidge, but it's a party game, and I don't have friends or like parties or leave my house ever. So of course I'm going to prefer the game that is more focused on skill-based mechanics rather than like make sure all of your drunk buddies have a good time at Jonathan's house mechanics that are in Mario Kart. CTR is like if somebody wrote down all of my minor complaints about Mario Kart 8, fixed them to my liking, and handed it to me for $60 with microtransactions. Just a little bit of microtransactions.
Could we have money? Can we have just a little bit of money? We need money. Money, please.
I don't know how a studio in 1999 who hadn't ever made a kart racing game before absolutely nailed the perfect kart racing game on their first try. This game made me into a racist, and it will always be my favorite race. And now that I've drilled this joke into the ground, I'm gonna go work on my next video, which, by the way, it's gonna be big, like big as fuck, like too big, really. I vastly underestimated how much work was gonna go into my next video when I started it. I have read 3 books on the topic so far that I'm going to cover in my next video, and I still don't think I'm done with the research stage. Take a look. Just take a look at me. Does it look like I read very often? No, absolutely not. I avoid it at all costs. Obviously, I'm making YouTube videos about games. Of course I don't fucking read, and also I don't have an outro.